Awesome. And just like that, we are back at it again.
Yes.
Welcome to Champions Corners podcast, where the real fans meet. I'm your host today, the professor. At least that's what they call me. Not sure why, but they
Yeah.
do, and that's fine.
It's that
I am
knowledge.
joined by
Yeah.
today with Kiwanis. Kiwanis, tell
Yes.
them how you doing this evening.
I am doing great. Happy Sunday. Hope y'all are, resting as well as enjoying the beautiful fall weather wherever you are and being safe.
Yes, it is beautiful, especially depending on where you live. It
Mm-hmm.
was a really warm day in Columbia, which I'm
Oh,
not too upset about. I can appreciate that over the cold days.
yeah.
All right. So, getting right into it, we're going to be talking about SmackDown. We're going to be breaking down the events that happened on the episode from the U.S. Open Challenge to the buildup of the War Games teams. We're
Mm,
also going to be talking about a little bit of wrestling news. Speaking of SmackDown, SmackDown may
yes.
be getting an additional hour added onto it.
My
We'll
lord.
see. And then on top of that, new signings. Maybe if we say their name, they might appear. Who knows? He signed his name, so he's eventually going to have to appear. But before we get into all that, make sure you click like and subscribe on YouTube whenever you see this channel pop up. You don't want to miss whenever we come on and talk
Mhm.
about wrestling, what is wrestling related news, wrestling events that's coming up, or even just the event that just passed. Also, check us out on championscornerpodcast.com, wherever we
Yeah.
sell merch. You get your
Get your
t-shirt,
merch.
hats, holiday season's coming up. Everything's going to be kind of expensive. Our stuff is going to be at a good rate. And if not, who cares? It looks good. That's all that matters.
I even
All
got my
right.
water bottle. Stay hydrated even in the fall.
There you go, right? Always stay hydrated. Just
Hmm.
because it ain't hot don't mean you don't need to drink water.
Okay.
We're moving on. So let's get right into it. SmackDown open up with a segment opening with Alexa Bliss. I'm sorry, with Rhea Ripley
Mm.
and Io Sky coming out, stating their
Hey.
claim and calling war games. And they wanted to go ahead and introduce the rest of their team, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, who had just recently lost their tag titles to the Kabuki Warriors.
My lord.
Right now, the team seems to be set so far. Kabuki Warriors, Nia Jax, Lash Legend versus Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, and maybe Charlotte. I don't know. During that segment, Charlotte made it very
Hmm.
clear. I don't trust Rhea. I don't like Rhea.
At
I don't want nothing to do with
all.
Rhea.
Shout out to
Alexa,
Vanessa.
you have my blessing, but I am not part of this. She walks out, goes away. What do you make of this, Kiwanis? Are there a team? Is there going to be a team? And who's the fifth man, sister?
Charlotte says she don't like it. She says she don't like it. She ain't got time. She just don't want to do it. She just said, you know our history. We got bad blood. That doesn't erase. I don't care. That was 10 years ago. I mean, just neck, just clavicle, just moving, all right, and just right in here, just right in there, clavicle just jumping. She had that laying on her chest for a while, like she was ready to just go. As soon as they gave her the mic, y'all go ahead, cut the music. Rhea, I got a bone to pick with you. You know I don't like you. 10 years ago I
Right.
didn't like you. Today I don't like you. Tomorrow I'm not
10
gonna
minutes
like you.
later.
How you say, BJ? Why are you in my yard? Why are you in my yard? Or as they
Get
like
it
to say, why
moving.
are you in my ring, ma'am? Charlotte don't care. She was like, Rhea, it's on site. It's on site.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, Charlotte let us know, she ain't one to be messed with, She said, y'all gonna excuse my pretty gear and attire and my flipping hair. Like, don't play with me. Like, I'm not the one or the two. But yeah, Charlotte don't care. She's standing on business. Now for the war games, I don't know who that next wonderful mystery woman, should be. But I think it's gonna cook regardless. I like how Red just stood there and was staring at Charlotte like, really, really,
Yeah,
she
she
just
didn't
was
really say
giving her that,
anything.
you know.
Yeah.
So that was funny. She held her composure. Red look at you 1 minute and do that little smirk grin, and next thing you know, right here, you got a concussion, head butt just incoming. You ain't know where it come from. You ain't know where it come from. So I give Red that at least for 2 minutes. She held her composure. Now what she could do next week, I don't know. I wouldn't put nothing past her at this point. Y'all, we all know. Y'all know my favorite word is savage. Anytime Rhea lose the title, It's on site. Whoever up next at the time who got it, she coming for him. I want my belt back. You took it from me. Red don't care. Just two petty people to get. Yeah, this gonna cook. Whoever they pick to match with it, this gonna cook. I'm here for it. And they gave Charlotte something to do. So, wink, wink.
That is true. It does give Charlotte something to do. Let me ask you this: who would you like to see as their fifth member? Because I mean, we all know Charlotte and Rhea. They're gonna come together eventually. But who would you like to see?
Yes, yeah, I got Alexa on the sideline over there.
Trish. Now I'm just reaching. I have no idea.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the roster right now, and I can't even really pinpoint.
Because you got how you say the name? Juliana Giggly. Lord,
Julia.
That's him. Jesus, what?
Oh, giggly. It was right. You call her Guile. It is kind of spelled like Guile. That's what I see when I see it.
Giul or however they got. They're like, what? You can't buy a vowel nowhere. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Who would be a good contender for them?
Chelsea's tied up. Not Jay.
Nia kind of tie up right now too.
Nia's on the
throw her in there.
I don't know. If you had to pick another person, I guess in the end of it, not Lyra, not Roxanne, not Raquel.
Yeah, they tie up right now.
Zoe's injured, which I forgot about her.
Oh yeah.
Maxine Dupree. Well, she's got a thing with Becky.
Yeah, she do.
I don't know. And I'm thinking AJ Lee. But AJ Lee, why not? AJ Lee. That's who I'm picking.
Yeah, because she wasn't on this past week, so hey.
No, she hasn't been on since
do a peekaboo, you know.
Well, since her appearance during the whole pump thing.
Debut thing. Mm-hmm.
I guess that'd be the best thing you could do. But and then you know what, you got to play the full ticket. Who's the fifth person on the heel team? Because you have Nia, Lash Legend, and the Kabuki Warriors, and they need a fifth member. And for the sake of heelness, if it's going to be AJ Lee, I guess it could be Becky.
Becky gonna come to work. She another one. She gonna show up to work now.
But I remember though, Nia punched that girl in the face.
But she gonna show up to work.
She punched her in the face though. Maybe we'll see. She broke her nose.
Yeah.
All right.
It seemed like at this point though, at least in my memory, every year now somebody knows getting broke. At least in the last 3 years, you had Rhea, you had Liv Morgan, you had. What is Becky? What is happening?
Maybe some of these punches are not being held back. They're giving it to them too rough.
They need to start selling that on the WWE merch. Get your little fake
mask.
Extender mask shield.
You know, I'm surprised they don't sell those, especially with Rhea Ripley, because this is like the second time she's in the War Games with a mask.
Oh, BJ, you know what they should do? Be petty and cross the little headband scrap part. Put "This is what you chose," Rhea.
Yeah, right.
But this is Rhea. This is what you chose. I be petty.
That's right. He gets it. Right here. So next up, right after that segment, we had our next Dragunov US Open Challenge. Now, in the midst of this, before the match even happened, Nick Aldis was shown arguing with Tommaso Ciampa, who felt like he should get a shot at the Open Challenge. But Dragunov says that Ciampa is just not fit to fight in the honor system that the U.S. Championship is based upon. Who is Dragunov to even be determining who's honorable, who's not? But that's beyond the point, I guess. But yeah, Dragunov, I'm going to say he's ducking and diving Ciampa and not giving this man the shot he deserves. But in the end of it, Axiom got the shot. Axiom put on a pretty good showing.
Axiom, yeah.
Yeah, they had a pretty good back and forth. And even after the match, there was a little bit of a shaking hands. I don't know what's going on with Dragunov. He must think he has a pure title from Ring of Honor. He must think he fights in Ring of Honor. But you really need to quit ducking Ciampa and get that man his shot. But Kiwanis, what you think of the match and the back and forth for Ciampa and Dragunov?
I like Dragunov. Dragon, like you said, Dragunov. He up here. His confidence level is always up here. You ain't gotta pump him up. He come out already strong.
Yeah, he's
He
built
already
for
had
pain.
his Popeye the Sailor Man spinach for that day. He
That's a
show
good way to
up
put
ready.
it.
Yeah, I like Dragunov. Yeah, him and you said it was Chomper. Chomper.
Yeah, well, Dragunov and
Mhm.
Axiom had the match, but Champa had their
Mhm.
back and forth where Champa is saying you're ducking me, and Dragunov is saying you're not worthy of a title shot. You talk
Oh, he
about
called him
Dragunov high
out.
up here. I hope he doesn't fall off his high horse, breaking his leg, telling people he ain't worthy of Ring of Honor title. I don't like that. I don't. Dragunov, who are you to tell people who is honorable and who isn't?
He
I
said,
thought you was a fighting champion. Where's the honor in
"Woo-woo."
not fighting people who wants a challenge? Show me that
Yeah,
honor.
I am
I don't like that at
crying.
all.
Ooh, he said he looking for him. He like, where he at? Where he at?
Man, he's ducking him.
Woo. Like
Having to
Dragunov,
go to
bring
Nick
him out, bring
Aldis.
him out.
I wonder how Gargano feels about it. But
I
going
like
into it, how
Axiom.
did you
Hmm.
like the match between Axiom and Ciampa?
Yeah, it was good. I like Axiom even back prior when Axiom was with Nathan Frazier. I like they do it together too. Now
Nathan
Ciampa,
Frazier.
I personally in my back, I don't know who that is like at all. So I'm gonna have to go look him up, research. But yeah, I think overall, like just from that part you told me, hey, Dragunov, he got to keep that same confidence and come outside and see that man. I mean, you not
Hmm.
call him out, so hey, he got to step up to the plate and just stay ready and be on go. So.
Exactly. Always stay ready because
Mhm.
you never know.
If not, Braun
I kind
Breaker
of like
will
the
come around the
story.
corner and spear people unannounced.
Yeah, that's what he does best.
Oh, I know
Braun
his
Breaker.
neck be
They were on
hurting.
SmackDown too. Oh yeah, all this and them were on there.
All the
Um,
time.
See what that point was about to say. Open challenge. Yeah, I kind of like
Mhm.
the U.S. Open Challenge. I like the idea of the mid card titles being constantly defended on television. I feel like the Intercontinental title should sort of go through the same ordeal. Maybe not
Mhm.
an open challenge, but at least an established Intercontinental title match every week. Mind
Mhm.
that. I feel like they should carry the TV shows because you
Mhm.
can't always have world title matches.
You're right.
So I like what they're doing with this. I'm not a big fan of Dragunov.
Yeah,
Never
Sean.
been a big fan of his in general. Just not. I
For
don't like his.
real.
Just yeah. I don't really care for him. He
Ooh.
always annoys me a little bit. He's always annoyed me.
What's up?
What up,
Hey, hey,
dude?
hey. Oh, there he
What's
is.
happening with
There
you?
he
Hey,
is.
go ahead.
Hey, thank you for joining us, hey, everyone.
Yeah,
It's the number one player, Sean Player,
safely.
coming in after. So
Yeah.
what we just covered was we talked about the opening segment with Rhea and
Mhm.
Huh.
EO and all that. One of the
No,
key things I
Sean
asked
Smith.
Kiwanis was number one, because we know Charlotte and them going to make up. But prior to them making up, who do you think the fifth person is going to be for each team?
I'm thinking it's gonna be Liv Morgan.
Liv
Ooh.
Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
Hmm.
I feel like they're gonna save Bianca for. Well, I don't know because Bianca. I just read where she tore her or ruined her knuckle
Yeah,
bone of her
knuckle.
knuckle or something
Yeah,
like
it's a
that.
joint.
And so it's a weird joint, weird thing. She thought it was gonna be like
Mm-hmm.
6 to 12 weeks, but it's turning into like months or whatever. So
Mala.
I'm foreseeing her coming back maybe around Royal Rumble, but I think it might be Liv Morgan because Liv Morgan's she's been on the red carpet with this Netflix series. She's been on the she did something with the fitted hats recently for WWE as well, and so I'm thinking it possibly could be Liv Morgan. I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't know who else it could be. I mean, number one, I'm tired
Mm-hmm.
of this Rhea and Io. I'm so done with this. This is
Oh,
just
just a
oh,
little
it's
too buttery.
just shoving it down my throat. Now I
Not the
mean,
trash
Yeah.
can.
God, it's just horrible. I mean, I'm so over it. Now I got a lot of things to say on this show. Professor's gonna love it because I'm just wondering. I'm wondering who got the pen these days. I just don't understand what's going on right now.
Oh, really? You kind of feel that way? Really? What is
I mean,
the?
Sean, say hello.
tag me
Testing,
in.
testing.
Put me in the writing room, please. Please put me in the writing room.
Really? Oh, what's got you in such a tizzy that you feel like that is such a
Go off,
disheartening?
Sean.
I am done with the whole EO and Rhea. I'm just done with it. It's like, it was cool. She
Yeah,
wanted to help
first.
EO out, but it's like
Mhm.
you haven't beat this girl. I'm a heel to the bone. Like you haven't beat this girl, and now all of a sudden
Way at though.
y'all just friends. I mean,
Yeah,
it would
no, I
make
can understand that.
yeah.
I get that because that's kind of the beef I have with Jey Uso right now. Like Jey Uso was on this whole,
We
I
not
want to
gonna
be the
just skip
tribal chief.
past that.
I want to do what's necessary to be done. He loses that Saturday night's main event. He comes back and he's like, "Yeet,
Yeet.
okay,
and had
let's
to
just go
go
back to Yeet."
with him.
Like,
That's my beef too. I'm like,
Ah!
that's my you.
yeah, I thought the thing was gonna
man. Like,
happen.
yeah, like either you're gonna go all in on this thing or
I can't
it's going to
breathe.
show up. But I don't know who the fifth person is going to be. 'Cause I know Charlotte. I knew Charlotte wasn't going to be down.
Yeah,
'Cause I can respect Charlotte. I can respect that right there. I can respect that.
saying
There's
I'm
no
not
need,
teaming up with you. I don't like you. I don't trust you. I want nothing to do with you.
no need no need to fake the funk. No need to fake the funk just to get along like everybody else. But it would be cool. It would be cool if it was Liv Morgan. I think that would be a huge pot right there if it was her.
So who's on the heel team? Who's the fifth
Nice
person in
little
the heel
kick.
group?
Oh, okay, yeah. So, well, I suppose Liv would come back as a face, right? I don't want her to, but I think she would come back as a face. Now, I don't know who's left out there. Oh,
Yeah, no,
Jade
it's not
Cargill.
Jade Cargill, Nia Jax. You think
Jade
she'll team with
Cargill,
Nia Jax?
Oh yeah. I forgot Nia Jackson's in there. Yeah, that's
You
true.
may
That's
not want to
true.
deal with that. She's like, no, I
That's
don't like
true.
any of y'all.
That's true.
Now you're gonna mess up people.
I mean, that's not a bad pick because I don't think she's going to defend the title at War Games, so she could be in the War Games.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, maybe they can, put their beef aside just for a moment. I mean, just for a
Yeah,
moment.
because she has beef with Charlotte, and maybe she'll convince. Maybe if Charlotte comes back in, I think Jade will come back in because you can start planting the seeds of their fight that may happen at the Rumble or later.
Right.
Because I think they're going to fight soon.
Yeah, I think so
at
too.
least.
I mean, I don't know because I don't know what the timeline is. We get Bianca back now,
Matter.
So, but it should be before April. Yeah, it should be before April.
Well, I don't know. I guess hoping. I thought she'll be back at the Rumble, but I don't know. We'll see.
Right.
I don't know. But moving on for the rest of the night, you had Jey Uso in the last time is now match. You just spoke about Jey going against the Miz. Jey did end up picking a win against the Miz. How far? Here's my thing. I don't even know what the tournament bracket is. Do they have it? I don't even see a tournament bracket.
I don't know.
But I guess the question is, how far do you think Jey will get into this tournament? I don't know who his next opponent is, but
no.
Listen, so Jey is Mr. Botch King. Did everybody that see him botch that up?
No, I mean, we ain't leaving that part out.
Come on now.
Put it on the memo.
Tell him, right?
It's Mr. Botch King. I thought that the Miz was gonna win. They need to put some respect on the Miz, man. He did beat John Cena. He was a world champion.
He was the WWE champion.
Maybe playing in that man's face.
I don't disagree with that, but at the same time, it's like I feel like the Miz was champion the same reason JBL was champion for storyline reasons, not for anything. Yeah, you had it. It's cool, serious. But yeah, right. He's not a serious champion. You're just holding it until we can figure out where to put it next.
Not the placeholder.
There you go. He's a placeholder. I get it. He does deserve respect because he still accomplished what he accomplished, but I don't think anyone ever looked at the Miz as that guy. He's a dependable person,
man. Yeah.
But I mean, you wouldn't build anything around him.
No.
He's not in the upper card, maybe the mid card, not the upper card.
That's true. But where does Jey Uso go from here? I don't know who next. So Jey won, and then LA Knight won. So I guess it's going to be Jey Uso versus LA Knight.
But then also Sheamus won, and Damian. Did Damian Priest lose his match?
He lost. So I think it's going to be Sheamus and Rusev.
Sheamus and Rusev. Okay, so it's like TV show bracket.
That's the only thing I'm thinking of, Professor, because I haven't seen an actual bracket. So
So we're gonna get Jay versus LA Knight again.
I mean, the bracket is just like your boy Cena. I mean, you just can't see it.
Look at that. That's clever. Look at that. All right.
That's for
I'll give you
Ron. That's just for you, Ron. That's just for you, Ron.
Crying. Shout
Just
out
for
to
you.
Rod.
No, that was okay. I don't know. Well, let's break this down. Kiwanis, who do you want to see John Cena last opponent be?
Edge, that would be nice.
Man, ain't happening.
Right, sadly.
Get that taste out your mouth.
Sadly. Let's see, we give him a run up. Randy Orton.
That's not a bad pick.
Yeah, why not?
Let's see who else.
Should it be someone for the future or just another rival from his past?
Now that's a good question. I think they should keep it open, like do a mix of both, like possibility wise. I know they got their little spin ball thingy and all of that.
Making a multi-person match. Last time is now is a Royal Rumble.
Everyone gets that's my favorite. Royal Rumbles are my favorite.
You know what? You know what, Professor?
I love. They
should have had this tournament the day of his last. That should have been the whole show. This whole tournament should have been the whole show.
Oh wow! Oh, I don't know. I mean, wow.
What
kind of advantage you give John Cena though? People would have had to fight 5 or 6 matches, and then he gets to fight them fresh. Whoa, that ain't even fair. Yeah, your last time is now. You about to take your last breath after you fought 5 people to get to me.
Oh my gosh.
That's how they used to do the King of the Ring, though. They did it all in one show.
All in one show.
Oh yeah.
I missed
all
that.
In one show. Missed that, man. I mean, because they missed that because that's old school right there.
Rashawn, who would you like to see as Cena's last opponent?
So I got 2 things. So number 1, I would love to see it be a new up and coming star because I feel like this should be a callback to how Cena got on, how he was put on. I feel like it should just be just how when he showed up and fought Kurt Angle. I feel like it should just be just like that. So I would love for it to be a lot of people throwing around Oba Femi. Me personally, I'm saving him for like a WrestleMania moment with Brock Lesnar personally. So,
okay.
Yeah, but I guess up and coming star. I don't know, man. Who's up and coming? Throw some names at me, BJ.
We got so much.
Well, they got they got everyone's favorite young upstart going against Gunther.
Right.
Javon Evans.
Javon Evans, that boy.
He ain't getting past Gunther.
He ain't getting past Gunther.
I don't think he will. Young up and comers. I don't know. You got the young up and comer LA Knight who got the big win over Woo Zack Ryder.
That was a moment.
To that point though, real quick on the other side of that coin, Zack Ryder. Are we okay with WWE main roster? Want to call him Zack Ryder while he's Matt Cardona in NXT? On his last Thursday show, I was talking to Jacoby NRC, and we were talking about if he comes back, will he be Zack Ryder or will he be Matt Cardona? They're like, they're gonna call him Matt Cardona. I was like,
nah.
Listen,
you listen.
Familiar,
Professor, you know WWE. You know they got them things on a vice grip. You come to this pond, you gonna play by our rules, and you over here. You are Zack Ryder.
Wow.
I like that. I like how you said that.
Okay, well, hold on a second. Let's play this a little deeper. Jon Moxley contract runs out with AEW. He says, I want to do one more run in WWE.
Oh, I forgot about that.
What's his name?
Jon Moxley.
It's Jon Moxley. He ain't Dean Ambrose.
You know what?
Why?
I hate to say it like this because Matt Cardona has done his things on the independents on circuit. He is the independent god. That's what he like to call himself, right?
Yeah, the indie god. Yeah,
he's the indie god. He's done his thing, but sometimes it's levels to this thing, right? If we're talking about a marquee and you got on the marquee Matt Cardona and and you put John Moxley out there, my bet is on John Moxley as you know me. I'm always
Moxley.
about putting the house on somebody. You
Okay.
know that's what I say, Professor.
So you
If
like
we
the
talk
Moxley
about
one?
if we talking about the marquee, then I think they're gonna go with the name of John Moxley. But I could be wrong because you come back to WWE, you're gonna play by the rules. He might be Dean Ambrose again.
I know. I'm about to say to your point of the
I'm
house
crying.
thing. I don't care if you call him Zack Ryder. I don't care if you call him Matt Cardona. He ain't selling out a building.
He ain't selling out.
I don't care what his name is. He ain't selling out.
Petty
People will-
Sunday.
People will pay to see Chelsea
He
Green
getting put up.
before they pay to see Matt Cardona. He knows that.
And that's the caveat to this whole thing. Thank God he ought to thank God every night. Chelsea Green.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he does. Oh, he does.
That's going on a t-shirt. BJ, that's going on a t-shirt.
What's on the
He not
t-shirt?
gonna sell out the
He's not
He's
selling
not
out
gonna-
nothing.
he ain't selling out. But listen,
No.
but it was cool how they set it up. Chelsea
Oh,
Green was picking the I guess it was she called them balls back there, right? And so
Oh
I
yeah,
guess
the ping pong ball. Yeah.
the ping pong balls, and that's how they set it up, right? He did get a good pop though. He did get a good pop.
Yeah, they're selling his merch on the WWE shop right now. In fact, Zack Ryder merch that is.
Matt Ryder merch. You ain't gonna see no Matt Cadon. You ain't gonna see none of that up there. But
They
now,
had it back order.
to your point, back up a little bit. So I don't know who the up and comer would be, but this is what I would like to see happen because,
Hello.
and a lot of people may not like this opinion, but it should be Brock Lesnar for John Cena's last.
Brock Lesnar.
And this is how it should happen
Interesting.
because last time we saw Brock, he demolished John Cena in front of the whole world, right? So this is how John Cena's gonna ride off into the sunset. He's gonna slay the beast. He's gonna slay the beast.
Oh,
Slay the beast.
Oh,
I'm
you're
talking-
saying John should win the match.
John should win the match. What's the name of his move? I don't even know what.
The attitude adjustment.
The
AA.
attitude adjustment. The AA. He AAs him off. We go back old school, off the ramp onto something. Then slay the beast.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's that
So-
throwback for real.
So wait a minute. So he slays the beast. So Brock loses to Cena in his last match. That's in December. But then you want to have Brock still also lose to Obafemi around April or May for WrestleMania.
That should be a no contest, really. It should just be.
I know. So you want to give Oba the win? You're gonna have him. Oh wow. Okay. Because
you
you got
got
to build the next
Tuesday.
match in the SummerSlam.
You got two behemoths going at it. This, you know what I mean? Yeah. People had to break them apart. It was crazy.
Oh,
Mayhem,
goodness.
right? Mayhem.
I get you. I'm not
You're
disagreeing. It's just I'm
right.
trying to figure out, like, when you're killing Brock Lesnar on the Saturday Night's main event with Cena AA him. I just want to know how you're bringing this Lazarus back to life for his match.
I don't know, but this is my pick. Who's gonna face John Cena for real? It's gonna be Gunther. We all know it's gonna be Gunther.
Dun, dun, dun,
Gunther.
dun, dun.
I mean, look, it probably is going to be Gunther, and that's the other thing. If he fights him, he's the Intercontinental champ right now. Am I to believe it's going to be a title match?
Add him to the list.
That's the way he's looking. I hope he need to lose that title to Dom real quick, and he just need to
Take it back to Dom.
take it back to Dom, and then that match doesn't need to have an Intercontinental piece to it. I know Crump and I was talking about it. I think as big as it is already, it's going to make history because whoever this person is going to be the last person to face John Cena. So that's big enough by itself, apparently.
Yeah, right. It's a tournament for it. Before he won the title, yeah, it was a tournament just for that in itself. Yeah.
Yeah. Might I add, I'm so glad that this is nearing down to 1 month. I'm so glad this tour is over. This feels like the longest part of my life.
Happy,
Oh,
and we're gonna be
wow.
happy and
Oh,
cry. At
Tell
the
him how
same
you
time.
really feel. You know, we always have Ron on here. He's always bigging up Cena, but you're saying the Cena tour has been more like a Cena drag me on this trip. I'm ready for it to be over. Are we there yet? Is that where you are on this road trip?
Yes. Are we there yet? Now, granted, I'm not of the camp that says that this tour has been a waste and it's been horribly and all that stuff. I'm not of that camp. I'm just like, it's just taking too long to get this thing over with, to my opinion, because I feel like that is a part of what's holding a lot of stuff back.
Stories
we
and
got-
progression.
We got to work all this around John Cena.
That's a pretty good point. I can see that point of view because I mean, they had to build the WWE Championship around him. we had to work in a Dominic Mysterio randomized match for him to win the Continental title for him, which kind of
Yeah.
takes away Dom's story just a bit because he was double champ, but we got to pause it for Cena. Hold on. That's okay. I can understand that standpoint. Kiwanis, what do you think? Do you feel like the Cena retirement tour has not gone on badly or run its course, but do you feel like it's slowing down storyline progressions?
I kind of say like yes and no. Like I said a couple months ago, it felt like it was doing good. It was just going beep, beep, like a little slow, steady. But I think now, since we getting closer to the end, it's storyline wise, especially it's starting to pick up a little more, starting to get a little bit more juicy.
I don't know. I don't know,
That's what the
Kawan.
title does.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think this was meant to be a storyline. This is just meant to be.
You think it was a
John
word?
Cena's last hurrah. Like
And
whoever it
you
is,
said toss
all
the
coming,
towel
right?
through him.
So just whatever Cena wants, Cena gets.
And now he says he's not a part of that, right? That's what he says. But he sure did get that IC title. Now that night he was invincible.
Hey,
Yeah, he said that too. He said that now I'm invincible.
Yeah.
That's Super Cena. That's like fighting Superman in the heart of the sun. You're not gonna win that fight. You're not. I don't care who you are.
So I don't
All
know
right.
who it was. I figure it's going to be Gunther, and I don't know if it should be for the Intercontinental title. It should just be that last match. But then I'm like, I don't see how this serves Gunther because he's already a made guy.
Yeah, I know. That's why, like, I feel like getting the Intercontinental title may be a step back, not a step forward. Because I feel like if Gunther fights for any title at this point, it's Cody's. He's got to fight for that because you talk about levels. I feel like that's the next progressive level for him, and not to go back to the Intercontinental. But I don't know. We don't even know the belt's on the line. We just know you're fighting Cena at the end of this thing.
Right.
Yeah.
They gave us the
Well,
pretense.
Speaking of champions, though, Jay Cargill had a match. It was against B-Fab. Jay Cargill has definitely grown into more of the dominant. I still don't want to call her a heel yet because she hasn't done anything heelish. I just feel like she's just winning matches. People may not like how she's winning them, but I mean, it's a dominant fashion. She beat up B-Fab. And in the midst of it, she kind of also laid a little groundwork and mentioned maybe next based on a little tension that happened. Where do we see Jay Cargill progressing under this new style of aggression that she's under, this ruthless aggression?
Well, I'll go first. I wasn't going to do this, but I'll go first. I was trying to reserve this. I'll go first. I mean, listen, I am not happy at this moment. I was happy a few shows ago.
Oh,
but
really?
This is where I say, Professor, that I'm wondering what is going on with this writing progression. Like, what is really going on? We don't need to slow ride this thing with JB and Don. We need to rip the door off the hinges. That shouldn't even have been a match. She should have just threw this girl around like a rag doll. Really?
Not the Raggedy Ann.
To really insert her dominance. I feel like they missed a good moment. They really should have used that first time. This match should have not even had been in it. It shouldn't even have been a match. It should have just been her just dominating this girl. Michin comes out like, "Oh my God, please, I don't want you to attack my friend," and she just goes crazy on her. Right? That's how this thing should have went. Instead, I feel like we're slow riding this thing for no reason, right? For no reason. And I saw online where they're like, this is, a callback to her TBS days in AEW and stuff like that. And, I don't even think she should be booked like that at this point. I think we're past that stage, Now, the matches shouldn't be a long match because we want Jade to be dominant, but at some point, she's going to hit that brick, that person that's going to be like, oh man, we gotta stop this terror ring. We gotta stop the person that's causing all this terror. So she's gonna have to have a qualified match then. But this match shouldn't have even been a match. She should have dominated this girl, should have made her an example for the rest of the women's locker room. And that's how we should have built this thing off.
Oh wow, okay.
Interesting.
I'm not too upset at what you're saying from a standpoint. I don't mind the dominant match. She beat the girl in like 2 minutes. So it isn't like it was a complete match. She did beat her pretty quickly. I get what you're saying about the slow burn, but it's also it's a handicap ordeal because I look at that. The problem SmackDown has had is that their women's roster is not very strong. It just isn't.
Mhm.
When you have the heel dynamic that Jade is, you got to find faces for her to fight. I mean, who are they? It's Alexa and Charlotte, but they're tied up in War Games. They're not the tag title, so you can't do them. You got B-Fab and Mention. Zelina Vega was a face, but now she's with Aleister Black, so she took herself out of the division altogether at this point. She's a manager
Yeah,
again.
she did.
It's like Tiffany, who's probably the worst face that I've ever seen in wrestling. She's a horrible face, but that's the best you can do. It's like the problem that Jade has is that her pool of opponents is so limited
That's
that
true.
she may have to cross brands just to find some real
Mala.
challenge. Naomi's out,
gotta
Bianca's
shake
out.
the
Like,
tape.
I don't know who else you point to.
She
Everyone's
might
on
have to have
Raw.
she might have to have a tournament too, just to see who's
Yeah,
going to face.
they
this
need a
girl.
shakeup. They need a draft. You
They
got
do.
Becky, you got Lyra, you got Rhea, you got Io, you got Oscar. All of them are on Raw. Bailey, that's like her best set of competition she can fight, but they're all on Raw.
That's a good point.
Hmm.
That's a good point. That's a good point. And then those are formidable opponents to really have her look like a threat. You know, if you're putting her against a Bailey, or if you're putting her against any of those girls on Raw. So that's a good point. That's a good
Yeah, I'm
point.
looking at the rest of the roster. Candice LeRae. This is SmackDown. Candice LeRae, Kiana James, Chelsea Green. Lash Legend is there, but her and Nia, they're tied up in War Games, so you can't use them.
Mhm.
Tiffany's out. Trish Stratus. Piper Niven's out. Alba
Yeah.
Fire. Like this is the best I can pull up. And I mean, I'm just naming people at this point, so I don't know. You know what though? We talk about SmackDown. We're going to get closer to the end of it. There's a little bit more to happen, but I don't know if you heard the news. SmackDown come January will be increasing its time frame. It'll be going to 3 full hours
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
of SmackDown.
Yeah.
So, how do we feel? Let me just real quick state this. In the midst of the 3 hours, I can understand the positive of there being more time for talent, but I already have a seeking suspicion that the 3 hours is just going to be more time for Raw people to be on there to push Raw storylines. That's what I think is going to happen.
Oh my God.
No, I don't think that. It could very well happen. But I mean, because SmackDown was 3 hours. Last time we saw SmackDown 3 hours was like what, 3 months ago, something like that.
Mhm.
It was a little while ago because they stopped and went to 2 when they moved to USA, I think, because on
Yeah.
Fox they were 3 hours.
Yeah.
But then they stopped it during the Netflix merger or Netflix thing. It was like, we're going to back off of SmackDown and focus on Raw,
Mhm.
something like that.
Ow.
They just need more talent on it. She's like, ow.
I was getting up for a second, but I can hear you.
They need more talent on SmackDown though, right?
Yeah.
'Cause- and this is how you know they need more talent. You said this on plenty of shows, because you got Cody Rhodes he just kind of just out there,
Just
just
floating around.
floating
I
around.
ain't even floating.
He's like working remote. He's like, he's like, because there's really nobody left on SmackDown for him to kind of go against. So they need more talent on SmackDown. To have more compelling more compelling storylines over there on SmackDown. Because I mean, I'm a WWE guy, but I watched SmackDown this last Friday, and I was like, man, what is going on? What is
Really
going
didn't
on?
like this past SmackDown. This past SmackDown wasn't too bad of an episode. I mean, it wasn't great, but
That's the thing.
it wasn't
I'm
bad.
like, because the week before that, which was the week where Zelina Vega finally got she hooked up with Aleister Black.
Oh, yeah,
that
that was a-
2 weeks ago?
Yeah, that was a couple
I
weeks
think.
ago.
Or a couple
Oh,
weeks
it
ago.
was.
So you had that SmackDown was good, and then the SmackDown after that was good, and then this SmackDown was kind of like mid. It was just like, okay, And I'm like, man, like what's something's missing? Like, and I think it goes to your point. Like, I guess there's not all the talent's on Raw.
Well, that's why they're building up their top tier talent at least. Because I mean, let's talk about this past SmackDown. This one that we're talking about right now. In fact, you had Cody fight, but who did he fight? He fought Bronson Reed. They had to bring in Raw guys,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like that's the thing I'm saying. I feel like there may be an influx. Jey Uso was on this episode. Jey Uso's a Raw guy. They had to
Mhm.
fight. They had to get someone for the Miz to fight. Although he could have fought Carmelo because they have a thing, and in
Right.
a tournament you can create more tension. Carmelo had a pretty good promo. He's a young guy, but they're not going to push him like that. I think he's too small. He's too short. Hate to
That's what
say
they
it, but
say.
it's a height thing too.
Yeah, they say yeah. That's what they're saying. Is he just giving Shawn Michaels like the same height?
Yeah, I know, but Shawn Michaels also told Carmelo, "You got to work twice as hard because of it."
That's true. And
But
Shawn
you
Michaels
can't-
he was a worker. He might have been a lot of things, but that boy can work.
Yeah, he was. So yeah, going to it, the final match here. You do have Cody Rhodes versus Bronson Reed. They had a whole big ordeal in the back. Paul Heyman, who's of course just stirring the pot. He eventually gets Drew McIntyre to sign on to be part of the Visions Quest in their War Games match. So you got Drew McIntyre, Bronson Reed, as well as Braun Breaker, along with Logan Paul. So far, the face team looks like it's going to be Jimmy J, Cody. Oh God, who's it? Punk.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's it, right. They got a fifth person. Who's the fifth man
On either team.
on either team?
So right now you got Cody, Punk, Jay, and for some reason you got Jimmy. I'm like, what is going on?
It is
Jimmy?
weird. They're just throwing these things together. It's just
Jimmy?
throwing it out there. This is pretty
Wow.
much the same War Games team minus Roman and Sammy. You
Yeah,
got Punk, Jay, and Jimmy.
I tried to make a case for Cody. You know, you guys was talking about that on last show. I tried to make a compelling case for Cody because Cody, I feel he's one of those guys that he's got beef with just a lot of people. So you could just throw him in at any given time. But they tried to make up for it this past week on SmackDown by having him have that tension with Bronson Reed to kind of, okay, this is why we got him in there. Now we really got some beef there, right? Now we really got it there. But
Some real heat.
but you bring in Jimmy.
And meat on them bones, like Lonnie said.
What's wrong with Jimmy?
You bring in Jimmy to do
Oh.
what?
Oh, you know what?
It
I would
felt
say
kind of
this.
misplaced. Like I want them to give Jimmy something to do, but at the same time, it's like, right in this part here, what?
I don't
I
know.
don't get it either.
I don't know. I feel like, dude, I don't know. Jimmy's funny. I always like Jimmy's always kind of been funny. A part of me wants to see him get a singles run in something. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind. I don't. If Jay's in it, Jimmy's gonna be in it. That's his boy. That's his brother. They tied at the hip. Even though they had a whole story where they were kind of not being so tied, they just okay. I want to get back into that again.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I feel like it's gonna be Roman. I just don't know how he really falls in line with all of this.
Yeah.
But I guess because it's the Vision, he has beef with them. It's just I don't. Does he care about Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre like that?
Right.
Well, maybe Paul
allegedly.
Heyman. Maybe that'll be the bait. I don't know, but I feel like it's going to be Roman on their end. And as far as the heels go, I don't know.
So
I don't know.
I feel like if anything, if it's Roman more so had an issue with Seth. Like a lot of these guys just had an issue with Seth, really,
Yeah.
because I
That
don't
part.
think it was them having an issue with Bronson and Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I think they just really had an issue with Seth Rollins. And so now that Seth is out the picture, I think that's why it looks a little out of whack, you know. But I think this is the moment where Jey Uso finally wakes up and realizes, like, man, I don't need Jimmy, and I think he's gonna go off on Jimmy out of nowhere
In the War Games match?
in the War Games match. Because
Oh,
I mean, did you catch the look he gave when Jimmy just kind of they finally put the camera on Jimmy this Friday, and he's like looking at him like, we don't need you. You know, that's the look I got. You know. Now,
well, let me ask you this: what if Brock Lesnar joins the heel group? What if he's the fifth person?
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it's got to be Brock Lesnar. Who else? Because listen, when Drew showed up,
And
I
they
was
might
like,
throw him in there.
Drew showed up. I was like, wait a minute. I thought he was suspended. And then Paul Heyman's like,
Okay.
you said anybody.
He did say anybody though. He did say anybody. That's a little loophole. I like that loophole.
That's a very big loophole. So my money is already on. I don't know if you want to call him Vision Quest.
Vision Quest.
Vision Quest. My money's
I get
already
that.
I
on.
am
those guys.
crying.
My money's on.
Um,
So I guess it's gonna be Brock
Oh,
Lesnar.
goodness.
That's the only piece I could see actually being on that squad because he's got some link to Paul Heyman. But then I thought it would have been Roman, or either I would have loved to see it be John Cena.
Oh yeah, Cena was the other one.
Yeah.
Cena could still be the other one. Cena's not a. I just don't know where he will fit into this either, because he's on the midst. It's like his farewell tour is outside. It's in his own island, so it's his own separate thing.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't know if it's really good, but I mean, Cena wasn't a bad pick.
I guess his last hurrah at Survivor Series.
I don't know who else. Who is that going to be on the face team again?
Roman.
I pick Roman.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It will only make sense for Roman, but then I'm like RC. Like Roman said, he wants Super Bowl still Christmas. So after Christmas.
Right.
Oh yeah, he did say that, didn't he?
Return to sender.
Well, Thanksgiving's first, so you gotta.
Yeah. So, but if Roman come in, it's more so just to restore order at that point. I guess that's the way I'm looking at it, because your tribal chief.
To that point, to restore order, this goes back to why Jimmy should. You know what? Okay, in all honesty, this is how it probably should have went. Jay should have went heel at Saturday Night's Main Event, win the world title, become the new leader of the Vision, and run that ship the same way Roman ran the Bloodline. And then Roman having to come back to a WWE where his cousin is doing the very things that he does, and this is how Roman has to kind of repay for his crimes by taking down his brother. That could have been your War Game situation.
That's a good one.
Because Roman could have had his team, because he would have had a former team to go against Jay's team. And then Jay picks like all these random ass people who Roman had fight.
Right.
And then that way you can incorporate whoever. Jay, I don't care what anyone says. I'm convinced at this point, WWE didn't believe in Jey Uso. Forget the fans. I don't think WWE believed in Jey Uso because they didn't give him the Mania main event, which I'm still a little upset about. On WWE Unreal, they exposed this man for being out of shape, saying you were winded when your intro. So how do you expect to win your matches? And then they wouldn't even bite the bullet on him becoming heel.
You know what?
WWE doesn't believe in Jey Uso.
I hate to say it to you guys, but I told you so. I sat there and told you that this just isn't. It's longevity to it. I told you.
You said it wasn't. Yeah, you said there was no sustaining the yeet.
Yeah, just make your heart hurt.
It was not going to be sustainable, and we're starting to see it. He just botched up on Friday. You think they're going to give this man a world title shot again?
He had a bad match against Punk on Saturday Night's Main Event. It wasn't a really good match. It was really ugly.
It was a really
That's
good match.
still popping up in my algorithm.
He said video. He botched that one up so bad that Punk had to kick him in the head.
So I don't know.
But that is a great man. We got to be in the writers' room for real. That's a good one. I would have paid $30 for that one for real.
Because that would have been a really good story. I want to see Roman Reigns, a real heel run for Roman. What's a good heel run? Have him going against the other face that was part of the group, Jay. But like I said, WWE doesn't believe in Jey Uso, so we'll never get that story because they will never. I don't know. Like that's my question. Roman, Cody, top guys, Seth when healthy, I guess Punk. When they go, who's next up? Who's the next man up? You got to have the next man up somewhere in there.
We might be in that ruthless aggression time period right there. You know, when it was trying to find that next guy up.
Someone has to step up, huh?
Yeah. Ironically, Cena's on his way out, and this is
that's the end of it, right? Oh. Well, that is the reason why Obafemi should come in and beat the crap out of Cena. Give a 4-minute squash match where Cena has only one move of offense, which is an AA, and Oba kicks out at 0.1. Not even 1. He kicks out before Cena can fully cover him.
Right.
And then there's your top star right there.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Because Jay, I mean, and let's not forget Jay he does ruin his promos too, so
you know. He stutters over his lines. He
forget his word.
He does. I don't know.
People got to feed him his words. So, I don't know. I mean, then LA Knight, for whatever reason, he can't get off the short bus too. So,
I don't know. LA Knight's a better talker. He gets his words too, but I think he's a better talker and matcher than Jay. I don't know. I don't know why they won't give LA Knight a world. Just at least
You know what?
he's in the
LA Knight-
doghouse.
LA Knight should have been in the place of Jay because LA Knight's he's had beef with Division, all three of them.
Yes.
All three.
That's true. Yeah, separately
That's
and
very
together.
true.
Yeah, he should have been in the place of Jimmy, but I guess they're trying to.
Oh, I think Cody took his place. So two things I think. I think Cody took LA Knight's place because that's where LA Knight's supposed to fit in. And I think Logan Paul is taking Austin Theory's place. Because I think Austin Theory was meant for this.
Oh
but
yeah.
they want Logan Paul over Theory.
Yeah, and which made me feel like, okay, so I guess Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed aren't that compelling to listen to. So we had to
Yeah,
pull
I know
Logan Paul.
because
I am
so
crying.
on this past Raw,
Oh, goodness.
Logan Paul was talking and he stood on the apron, and it feel weird when Bronson and Braun came out. They looked like his lackeys when they came out there.
Again, they lackeys again.
Yeah, and I could have sworn it was like a week or so. Braun Breaker was like, "We're gonna do this my way. You with me, Bronson?" And Bronson walked with him. It was like a thing. And then all of a sudden, it's like, "All right, well, where are we going?" Well, I don't know. Let's go see what Logan Paul's doing. Let's follow him. That's what's going on.
When they pulled this off, I initially said, okay, that's showing me right there that y'all throwing Braun Breaker down our throat to be the next guy, and when he's not as compelling to listen to.
Yeah, I don't care about Braun Breaker.
Meaning,
like I said, if you got to keep telling me he's a main eventer, he may not be a main eventer.
May not be a main eventer.
You got to keep telling me that. I don't know a main eventer when I see one because I don't know. But let us know in the comments what you think. I don't know. Do you like Jey Uso? Do you feel like Jey Uso is getting shafted? Do you feel like LA Knight deserves a better push? Do you feel like Braun Breaker, they just can't seem to wrap their mind? I don't know. Tell us what you think in all of these topics. We discussed a lot there for a moment. One other thing I do want to talk about, he signed his name and he'll appear. Joe Hendry, ladies and gentlemen. Joe Hendry, who signed a contract. One thing I want to stress in this is that Shawn Michaels really pushed for this. He convinced TKO, whoever, to buy out the rest of Joe Hendry's contract just so that he could sign early to WWE. Do we have a star in the making on NXT? Because he ain't going to the main roster. Maybe he'll go to the main roster. I don't know. Maybe he'll debut in a Rumble. But how do we feel about this signing, everyone?
What do you think about that, Kwan?
Interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Just all I said just all around. I like Joe Hendry. He was back and forth with the other promotions and stuff, and now, like we just said, you call him and he appear, and it's like some of the WWE fans been waiting for him to cross over to this promotion, and now he here. So I think he gonna come out like, what's up? Like, what's happening? I think he will come out popping off. He might bring your guitar back out for a special performance. I don't know. We might get a nice little interlude. I don't know what we gonna get, but I'm sure he gonna come out with some kind of, like I'm here.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
Here he comes.
But this isn't sustainable either.
This ain't a good sign. Oh, wow. This ain't it either, huh? It's like a flash in the pan.
Yeah, this ain't sustainable. We're going to get a great, a few months of the hype, because I ain't going to lie. It's funny how they set this man up.
Period.
It's funny how they set him up, right? Because somebody will be backstage and they're talking, and then they'll say his name, and then he appears.
He just pops up.
Period.
And it was funny because Chelsea Green and what's the boy?
Ethan Page.
Ethan Page.
Yeah, they didn't want to say his name because they didn't want him to appear. She's like, we'll talk about the person that remains nameless, right? We're not even gonna say his name. That is entertainment, that's right up WWE's alley right there. That's right up.
I mean, it's sports entertainment. Yeah, that's why I feel like he fits in, though.
He fits in, but it's not going to be sustainable.
Okay, well, here's the real question then. What's Joe Hendry's ceiling in WWE? What's his ceiling? What's the max he can accomplish?
I could see him being
Hmm.
Intercontinental.
Give me his full accomplishments. What all do you think he'll accomplish when it's all said and done?
Okay.
What will he win? What will he be like? Will he be a
He'll
Money in the
be,
Bank winner? Rumble? Multi-time Intercontinental?
He'll be a Rumble winner. No, I'll tell you what. He'll be Money in the Bank. He'll be a Money in the Bank guy, right?
Hmm.
He'll be a. They still do King of the Ring, right?
Yeah, they do that.
They do that.
You think he'll be a King of the Ring?
He'll be King of the Ring? Nah, let me stop.
Oh, well, that now you got. I'm thinking about
I
these
can
past
see
winners of
Money
King of
in
the
the
Ring,
Bank.
and they're
I
like,
can
he
see
can't
that.
beat none of them.
Because that's setting you up to be. That's setting you to be like on the elite.
I know, because like let's
Yeah,
not think.
with
What it was this
Gunther
year?
now.
He went against Orton at Mania, and Orton was in 2 King of the Ring finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ain't about to be no Henry,
Hey, yeah, because that thing hard to come by these days.
and
So
he ain't a
yeah,
young chicken either. He's kind of up there.
yeah, he's kind of up there.
He got
I
a lot
give
of
him
time.
Intercontinental. I
Mhm.
give him a couple tag team championships somewhere around there. He could be tag team. I mean, they even might bring back European title for him. I mean,
Wow.
Well, he is European, so I guess that
Hmm.
could be. I don't know.
that's about it. I don't see him being a world champion. No.
Oh, see, I may disagree with you because first of all,
Well,
I don't see him going to the main roster. His
Yeah.
world title will be the NXT one, and I
Yeah.
think that's the limit of it as far as world championships go.
Mhm.
I think he'll be on the main roster. I think he'll be a multi-time tag champion because I think he can pair with anyone, and then people will like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time outside of that though.
Me too.
If he gets
Now,
the U.S. or Intercontinental, it's because they just want to see him on a singles run.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know.
But I feel bad because he is a former world champion in TNA.
He is. That's why I got the NXT title because that's equivalent.
That's kind of equivalent.
Yeah, it's the same playing field.
Yeah.
What about you, Kiwanis? Do you see Henry accomplishing much, little, or less in WWE?
I can see the Money in the Bank. You know that. Climbing and crawling. What else?
The song is gonna hit with the kids. There's gonna be a lot of merchandise.
Oh yeah. They gonna have another new jingle to sing.
Well, people like him a little bit. Yes, people like Joe Hendry.
I believe though. I still
Yeah.
do believe. Well,
Yeah, I
to a
think
certain-
world
to a certain
title wise, that level they not going. I don't think they gonna bring him up, but so high.
So to
Either.
that point, if you two had him winning Money in the
Mhm.
Bank, am I understanding he's going to have a failed cash in that case?
It's gonna be a failed cash in.
He's going to have a failed cash in.
Yeah, somebody gonna sneak.
We're due for a failed cash in. We are
Somebody
due.
gonna sneak.
We are due for a women's failed cash in,
Mm-hmm.
which I really
Hmm.
feel like Chelsea Green could have been that one and it would have been okay. She should have won Money in the Bank and she should have failed. And I think we all would have been fine because it would have been a funny thing for her to have it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. All right. That's that. Joe
Yeah, back
Hendry
then.
signed with WWE. Tell us how you feel in the comments. Do you feel like Joe Hendry will blossom into the superstar WrestleMania main eventer? Or do you feel like he'll be a Monday Night Raw mid-carder for here on out?
Hello.
I don't know. We'll see. But I mean, there's one more thing that happened on SmackDown. You had Sami Zayn coming back from injury. He had his run-in with the MFTs. They beat him down. How we feeling about this Sami Zayn MFT feud? Do you feel like this is the thing to do? Solo? I don't know.
So I'm wondering because I don't think I've seen the Wyatt Six on this past week's SmackDown, right?
They were in a background shot, and it wasn't even the Y6. It was just Uncle Howdy, and I can't remember what segment, but it was an appearance in the background,
Mm-hmm.
but
And
no
it's
promo
like-
or anything.
Now this would have been. This is what I would have done. I'm always booking myself to a frenzy, but this is what I would have did. I would have had the MFTs, the Wyatt Six, and if you want to throw Sam and his crew in, I would did all that at War Games.
Oh
That would've
yeah,
Yeah.
because they got a
Would've did
Survivor
all that.
Series match coming up.
Nice little
Yeah.
toss up.
I would did all that at War Games. But I'm saying that to say because I don't know what happened because he's always feuding with Sammy. So now I mean what's the end result of this? You know?
that's a good question because I'm not exactly sure what is really the motivation to all of this. I mean, I get that the MFT's been beating up people, but it's like you mentioned. I mean, I guess it's revenge, but
Hmm?
I don't. Just trying to say everything, but I don't care because that's kind of where I am with this whole feud a little bit. I like Sammy, I like Solo, but I'm not really feeling any of this.
So,
Yeah.
because it's Sammy. Well, thank
Shinsuke,
God it's Shinsuke, and thank God they're not at like a War Games level match. I mean,
I
it
mean,
might,
no, they've luckily
yeah.
got this.
So, but so because I think um Solo, he should just try to regain power, so to speak, but he can't go after the world title right now because
Dominance.
you got Cody in so many different spaces right now, so he can't necessarily go after Cody, and then he can't go
Mhm.
back and get the U.S. Who's the U.S. champion right now?
Oh, it's Dragonoff.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he should just that should be easy for him to just knock Dragunov off.
Oh, real quick. Ron Henry should
Oh
have stayed in TNA.
no, you know that wasn't going to
No,
happen. I don't know about
you know
that.
Mm.
what? Oh, you know what? That does bring me to a point because I can. Henry should have stayed in TNA. With this being a thing, you have people. I'm going to go across wrestling. You have people like Will Ospreay, Okada, who made big names for themselves in New Japan. They
Hmm.
jumped ship to AEW.
Hmm.
And then you have people like Joe Hendry
Hmm.
and Jordan Grace, who made
Hmm.
their name in TNA. And they
Hmm.
went right to WWE. And then you
Yeah,
have Ricky Saints and Blake Monroe, who made
Jade
their name in
Cargill.
AEW. And then they jumped ship to NXT and WWE. And it's like,
Mm.
is it a problem when you, as a promotion, create a star and they look at the promotion as more of a stepping stone instead of a place to grow? Like you think if you're a wrestler and you sign with TNA, would your
Mm.
ambition be just to create my name so I can go to another place, or would you be like, no, I want to make TNA TNA? Should Joe
Well,
Hendry have stayed and made TNA a better name?
so now
Mm.
take Blake Monroe for instance. She said with Bully Ray like WWE was the end game for her. Like that's where she always wanted to be. She said that.
She
No,
did say
yeah,
that.
she
Also,
did.
I think she might have tried out one time before with WWE and then it
Yeah,
just didn't work out.
in the
You know,
performance center. Yeah, right before she signed
and
with Stardom.
Joe Henry, he was like background way back in the day for WWE, like a security guard. We see some of the security guard footage. You know, when they
Yeah,
all
I
come
think a
out to
lot of
rush.
wrestlers. I think a lot of
Yeah,
wrestlers go through that at some point in their
yeah,
career.
yeah, 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 yeah. So I don't know,
DJ
man.
happens
I
once.
don't. You know what? I don't think it's a knock because I think what I think it does is I think it builds up that promotion where they came from, really, because it's like, man, I went over here and I took this place to this category, this level, whatever, and it's kind of like you pay homage to where you it's like you leaving your mom and dad's house, right? Like I get my stuff over here in the house. Nah, I'm trying to make it work for Joe Hendry. I can't make it work for Joe
And
Hendry.
like I hear what you're saying. But here's the thing, right? And history has shown that's go back to '96. Hall and Nash leave WWF and they go to WCW. That did not benefit WWF. That was
It,
hurting them and almost put them out of business. Come back years later, you have people like Taz leaving ECW to go to WWF. That didn't help
Mhm.
ECW. That took away from them. TNA did Santana dirty. I think that's oh yeah, real quick. I just made that. Ron said TNA did Santana dirty. I think that's a storyline. Just
that's a storyline. That's a
I think that's a
storyline.
story. I don't think that's really TNA. I think that's an actual
No.
story. Sean Ross
But,
Sapp reported that. But to the point,
but go back to your point. So
yeah.
'96, yes, it hurt WWF at that time, but did it really hurt them, or did it really put them on a trajectory to counteract that? You know what I mean? Had
Well, it
that
wasn't like it wasn't an overnight counteract. It took about
it
two,
was
3 years for them to figure it
it
out.
was it wasn't. I mean, living it felt like it was kind of overnight.
I mean, because we were fans of WWF and we didn't want to give it up. At least I know that
Yeah,
was my
yeah,
case. But see,
yeah.
I like wrestling, and I don't want any promotion to go. If I had the Infinity Gauntlets and I could snap my fingers, ECW, WCW, AEW, TNA, all these promotions will be running at the same time in the same universe.
Yeah.
And since I had the glove,
like
they're
that.
all going to be working together so we can have cross promotionals
Yes.
and not a bunch of egos. But that's if I had the glove. In
Right.
the real world, it doesn't work like that though. And in the real world, it is a dog eat dog competition. And I know that in the end of it, if a promotion loses big names, like I have to talk about New Japan. New Japan lost Will Ospreay, they lost Okada, they lost half, if not all, Bullet Club members, from Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, Cody Rhodes, AJ, all these people.
Yeah.
Right now, not for nothing, I kind of feel like New Japan is struggling. They were the height of international wrestling, and now they're like, I mean, they'd be looking to pull up TNA numbers right now.
My Lord.
I
So,
don't know.
But are we considering Joe Hendry to be a major blow to TNA? He was halfway in WWE anyway.
Well, they have a partnership too, so there's that. Because it feels like if you get fired from WWE, well, you go just TNA, Jakara Jackson.
Jakara Jackson.
Yeah,
and
Mustafa Ali.
recently, what's his name was on there recently? He was
Elijah.
Yeah.
So I mean, is
Oh.
Joe Hendry that big of a blow? To answer the question, no. I don't think he's a needle mover to that point. Even though he's like a spectacle online, I think it helps TNA. But I just don't want people to look at TNA as a stepping stone. I want someone to be in there and be like, yeah, we can build this into a thing. And the more competition, the
Take it
better.
serious.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's all.
Mhm. That's fair.
I mean, yeah. WWE just always gonna have that big pond of feel. Like it's
Pick
it's
from, yeah.
It
like
is.
the big leagues, you know.
It
It's
is, yeah.
always for better or for worse. It's always gonna have that appeal. Like, man, you know, I would love to be at WrestleMania one day. You know.
Mhm.
Okay, well, you know what? We should have brought Ron on here because he said Hendry should have stayed in TNA. He needs to make his point clear what he means by that then. Because I explained why I think he should have stayed, but it may not have been Ron's reason. Maybe Ron doesn't think he's that good and he only belongs in TNA because he doesn't like Joe Hendry anyway.
That's part of what he's saying. But
Yeah, he doesn't like Joe Hendry.
But
Oh, goodness.
I mean, like I said, he had 1 foot in TNA, 1 foot out. He was bound. It was bound to happen. With if that contract was going, it was bound to happen. Like just same way with Jordan Grace. Both of those made an appearance at your biggest shows on WWE, WrestleMania and the Rumble.
Yeah, they did. That is true.
Yeah.
Like eventually, someone would have signed. It was. I mean, it was bound to happen. We all knew Hendry was going to be part of WWE. In fact, there was a moment where we thought the only reason they did the TNA merger just to have Hendry without having to pay him.
Yeah.
I figured that's the point of a merger. Let me get talent that I don't have to pay. TNA will pay the bill. Let me just use them.
Right.
Trade off. But I don't know.
I know.
All right, but that pretty much covers it for SmackDown and any other wrestling news. But is there anything else you want to discuss? Anything you got off your chest?
We got to talk about the rumors circulating with your boy Chris Jericho coming back to WWE.
Oh,
That's-
I don't know.
And not only that,
Fact.
did you hear his comments about how he said that TNA was that night that they did Bound for Glory was like the number 2 promotion?
Yeah, it felt like the number 2. So here's the thing, right? That comment, I feel like context. Let's put context into that. He said that looking at the TNA show Bound for Glory, we're talking TNA's WrestleMania,
Yeah.
was
But they
doing
had the-
better
they had
than
the
a
numbers.
random episode of Dynamite. I just want to
Random.
point that out. A random episode of Dynamite, not a AEW pay-per-view. He didn't compare it to that. He compared it to when they were in the ECW arena and they did a residency there. It's a
Yeah.
small arena. Yeah, it's going to look like that. But come back and compare that TNA show to All In. Do that comparison, Jericho. Don't be disingenuous. That was a disingenuous comment.
Mhm.
That wasn't a fair comparison. That's like comparing an NXT show to SummerSlam. Yeah, there's going to be a bigger crowd at SummerSlam to the TNX. Compare it to compare. Let's say what's the thing they just did? What's the show WWE just did? Saturday's Night's Main Event. Compare that to Great American Bash. Let's compare those two audiences. Maybe they're equal. I think that's more fair.
Yeah. You talking about current Great American Bash, like what they just did with NXT?
Yeah, but they just did NXT. That one that just passed. I feel like it's comparable to what they did. That's why I don't like that comment because Jericho was talking about Yeah, Bound for Glory. That's their WrestleMania. I bet it is going to do better than a random Dynamite that people don't even remember happened.
That's true.
Mhm.
Now it was this shots at AEW. Like I don't know the whole ins and outs. So
It was a shot because I mean I don't know why you'd make that. I don't know why it's a shot though because Tony Khan made it very clear that he appreciates Jericho, and Jericho will always be welcome back. So I don't know what that's all about. Jericho knows how to push buttons online though.
Yeah,
He knows how to get the pot stirring.
historically he's doing that too. Now, but this is the same guy that said he would never come back to WWE. Now, it's not confirmed, ladies and gentlemen. We don't know. I'm just speculating that Jericho might be one of these entries in the Last Man, the Last Time Now tournament, or you're in the Royal Rumble. He could be one of those.
Royal Rumble. He's in the Royal Rumble. I don't think he's coming back in the Time Is Now tournament because then he's going to lose. You can't debut and lose.
Yeah,
Yeah, that don't work.
Now Jericho and John Cena would be a good last match just for old time's sake.
It would have been good before we got to this point. Give me that match back in the summer or just any time before the end. Because it shouldn't be Cena's last match. And it's definitely not going to be. Jericho's going to be around for another year or two. Or
Yeah,
three.
he's gonna be. I think he's coming back to retire in WWE. If he's coming back to WWE, I don't know. So.
I'm betting he will. I'm betting he will. I got it. Kiwanis, what do you think? You think Jericho's coming back?
I think he might sneak around the back door a little later on and pop up surprise us like, aha, y'all were looking for me. Here I go. We'll be like, okay, all right, I see you. Touche. Oh, yeah.
I think he'll be back. He'll be there.
Yeah, he got
Because
around.
he ain't done wrestling yet. And I don't know. The only place he can go, I almost feel like he has to because I don't look.
Is he going to go to TNA?
I mean, I would like for him to do that actually because I would like for TNA. You know, I don't know why I big up TNA so much. When CM Punk was in the midst of his turmoil with AEW, I wanted him to sign with TNA. I wanted him to be like, screw both of these companies. I'm going to TNA. I'm going to make a dream happen somewhere. No, but I would like for Jericho to do that. But no, Jericho plays big league ball. If it ain't New Japan, if it ain't AEW, it's going to be WWE. We're talking main roster, not NXT.
No, he's going straight back to the main roster. He's coming back.
Main roster.
He's coming back. Break the walls down, type Jericho.
Yeah,
we're gonna hear that out there. Now,
there you go.
Since we're on Jericho, man, that night he showed up in the '90s with The Rock. That was priceless, bro. That might still be the best debut in wrestling to me. Like, yes,
that
was priceless. The whole interaction was priceless. Oh my god.
I'll never forget that night. I'll never forget when I saw that. When I saw the words Jericho pop on the screen, I still get goosebumps when I watch that segment occasionally on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was still one of the best intros I've ever seen.
It was priceless, man. And the way they built that up for weeks, and then it finally
the countdown.
The countdown, because it tied into at that time Y2K.
Y2K.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it did. Yeah,
that was a big ball of nothing. For the young people out there, there was a literal scare that the computer's going to shut down and the world was going to collapse.
Right. Look at us now.
Yeah, now we're just surrounded by computers. Don't even know how to comprehend that thought.
Yeah, man. But yeah, I think that's all in wrestling news. I know Tony Khan and the great Triple H came out and said that they were not planning on moving away from the Vince McMahon themed pay-per-views, which is smart too, by the way, in my opinion, because you have some of these names that just trigger you back to your childhood, and so if you're a business person, you want those childhood emotions, because those are the buyers.
It's the branding. I mean, like Royal Rumble. I wish you would call it anything but a Royal Rumble. I wish you would try that stupid game. Call it anything else but WrestleMania. See how well that play.
Or SummerSlam.
Is WrestlePalooza supposed to take over that name then? Is that the reason they're going to not call it WrestleMania? Now it's going to be called WrestlePalooza?
I hope not. I won't be going to a WrestlePalooza.
I don't know. That sounds sounds
ridiculous.
I can't even get behind that statement. Yeah, I like that idea. In fact, I'm to the whole idea. Let's just rehash all these. Give me Super Brawl. Someone go dig that up. Bring back Armageddon and Insurrection.
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. I don't want Backlash anymore. I want Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. Yeah. You know what? We can trade out Crown Jewel, stuff like that. We could put these names back in there.
Yeah, I'd rather do that because Crown Jewel is fine for one event, but not multiple event. I don't know. I don't like the name Crown Jewel anyway.
Yeah.
Not too big on that, but yeah, keep the names. Yeah, that's branding. That's marketing. Everyone knows the name of it and who is affiliated with. Like, why create a whole new one and start? No, if you're starting over, I feel like you're trying to push out old fans.
That's right. Yeah, and I'm starting to feel like these TKO guys. They first of all they're not wrestling fans, and that's what happens when you get people that are not wrestling fans.
Okay.
And they're about the bottom dollar. I'm all about capitalism. Trust me. I'm all about capitalism, but you got to be smart with it. You got to be smart with it.
Know your audience.
Yeah, got to be smart with it.
It helps to know your audience, and don't try to force your audience to be something they're not.
At all.
I think TKO wants the UFC audience, but the UFC audience doesn't like wrestling, and vice versa.
No.
To that point, TKO, if I'm not mistaken, weren't they in debt? And they bought WWE to get out of their debt, which is what the whole ticket price, right? That's the story.
Yeah, that's the story.
So how am I supposed to believe a company that keeps going in debt knows how to control the business that they're trying to now get out of debt with? Does that make sense?
Could this be
travesty?
Could this be Vince McMahon's work? Could he be working all of us to get back?
Back
into the business?
Wow.
Could
this
Vince
show went sideways.
Could Vince have made it so bad for the wrestling viewers that they have to cry and say, "We need Vince McMahon back"?
Not the help.
There's a lot of things I want, but I am not stating that. I'm not saying I want Vince McMahon back. I am not saying that. No. I will say this though. If I had to play this game a little bit, I think Vince McMahon actually was really good at ideas.
Yeah.
Like I think in the end of it, he had decent storylines. He just, one, didn't know how to see it through all the way. That made a lot of sense. Or two, really kind of went off the rails because he kind of forgot what story he was telling in the first place. Especially around the 2018 to 2019 run, where things were just happening. That Baron Corbin retiring Kurt Angle still doesn't make sense. The dog food thing with Roman still doesn't make sense. There's a lot of that stuff. Bobby Lashley and Rusev, that whole angle. Yeah, just all of that.
Didn't Bobby Lashley get with Rusev? Was that the wife?
Yeah. That whole thing. That story. There was a whole storyline where Sonya Deville was giving Naomi a hard time, and they never uncovered what that was all about. They never fully divulged what was Sonya Deville's issue with her.
She went to the hotel or something, and Jay was in there, right? Or something like that.
A whole thing. And it's like, no, that was Mandy Rose, in fact. That was another thing. I tell you. So, yeah, minus that stuff, Vince had some pretty good ideas. I mean, the Bloodline story, right? I think Vince should be just a consultant who can provide a story. Give us something, and then we'll figure out the rest from there. Triple H is good at taking the story and making it make sense. But I do think they need a new creator, like an actual creative thought in the room.
They need to fire. You need to fire Ed. Fire Ed.
Fire Ed. Fire Bruce Pritchard.
Bruce is good.
No, he's not. Bruce Pritchard.
Bruce probably outstayed his welcome. I mean, he did. He should have left when
Vince left.
Yeah,
he needs to go.
I agree.
Bruce Pritchard said that people didn't know who DDP was prior to him debuting in WWF.
What?
I found that
hard
to
believe that.
I found that hard to believe.
It's DDP. Everyone knew who DDP was. If you watch wrestling, but Bruce Pritchard,
exactly.
Bruce Pritchard feels it's a WWF fan or WWE fan, just doesn't know anyone outside of that bubble. So going to that point, you wouldn't know Matt Cardona. You know Zack Ryder though. We'll bring back Zack Ryder. You don't know Matt Cardona.
Yeah.
But Bruce Pritchard needs to go. Start there and then kind of work your way down.
Yeah, but something's got to happen. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get it. You got a lot of injuries and stuff that's going on, and I don't know, man. But something's missing.
Well, it's a spark. They're missing a little spark. I feel like they need a little jump.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is, but they need something.
I don't know. And if The Rock comes back, we just need him to just stick to the plan.
No, just leave The Rock out of it. Let him do his Hollywood stuff. Rock's out there trying to win an Oscar. Go win an Oscar. Go do that.
Hey, yeah, that might be in his cards too, though. Might be in his cards.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Well, there's to that. Let us know what you think in the comments about, how you feel about today's wrestling climate. Let us know who you think John Cena's last opponent will be, who the fifth members of these War Games team. And you know what? Next time you see us, we'll be doing our predictions on War Games, I believe. Where, I don't know, War Games about 2 weeks out from now, right?
Right. I don't know why I thought it was this Saturday.
Yeah, I know. I feel like it'll be this Saturday, but because they just did Blood and Guts on AEW. So I kind of felt like it was the next week, but no, they just did theirs early.
Oh, is Blood and Guts? I know you're wrapping up here, but is Blood and Guts, is that their version of Survivor Series?
No, that is their War Games. Like
War Games.
Yeah, it's flat out War Games. It is. There is no difference. There's nothing. Same rules, just different title. Let me ask you this question. I don't know if are you familiar with AEW's Casino Battle Royal?
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble style, but it's won by pinfall or submission.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel about that? You like that?
Nah, man, I just like to just toss them over,
Toss them over.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I mean, but I see why, because it can help out. Now you don't have to just rely on one way to win.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true you don't. And the thing about it is, because it's won by pinfall or submission, you may not even get to everyone who's in the match. The match could be over by the 8th person.
Yeah.
I know that was a storyline. Roderick Strong ran with that story. He was the next person out, but the match was over. So he went to Tony Khan and demanded a world title shot, and Tony Khan said, "Okay, but what's the point, Tony?" Anyway, all right, well, that's the way it is. Hey, like I said, remember to like, comment, subscribe. Find us on all our platforms, whether it's TikTok or Instagram, YouTube. I think we're still out there on the other one, Twitch. There's a lot of things. We're out there in the universe. You can find us talking about the WWE universe. Yes. But until then, everyone stay easy and breezy and beautiful. Cover girls. I'm just running into words. Hope you all have a good rest of your Sunday. Tell everyone have a good night.
All right.
Good
night, everybody. Oh, I got it.